Alrighty. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the channel. If you guys don't know me or haven't met me already, uh, it's me, Kind134TTV. I'm basically a small-time streamer. I just recently got all the way back home to Canada from spending some time at TwitchCon this year. It was really fun and amazing. I got a whole bunch of loot. Um, so if you haven't seen the items of loot that I got from TwitchCon this year, make sure to go and check out the first part of this Let's Play. It's now up on the channel, so make sure to go and check it out on my YouTube channel. And at the end of this recording of part 2 of my Star Trek Resurgence Let's Play, make sure to go and check out all of my other uploaded gameplays that are also on my channel for you guys to check out. It's a whole smorgasbord and an absolute feast for the eyes, guys. So yeah, without further ado, let's continue with part 2 of my Star Trek Resurgence Let's Play.
The storm is getting worse.
Storm Surge.
Looks like they turned off the Sith.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Okay, here we go. Got the mag boots all hooked
Never
up
tell her out
onto
here.
the deck.
I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all
These
I
views
wanted
are
was a ride out
so
of town.
amazingly
But
cool.
this isn't exactly how I
I've
pictured
always been such a fan
outside
of
of
the
the ship.
whole entire Star Trek franchise.
it. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. Don't you want more than that? I mean, Starfleet is noble and all, but it's still a machine.
Of course
A
I do.
massive machine.
Yeah, of course I do. Starfleet's an open door. We just have to walk through it.
There you go.
You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere.
Yeah,
See new worlds. Look up at a sky no one's ever seen before.
like
Just 'cause
this
I'm cranking
view
a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll ever be.
during this magnetic storm. I mean, look at all the colors.
It's to Commander Chovak. We are at the Sith emitter.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
The longest time people look up at the stars and wonder what's really actually out there. In Star Trek, you look up at the stars from the inside of a starship and you realize, sometimes you even forget, you're already in the stars. You're already a part of it. Oh. There we go. Open up the case. There it is, calibration tool.
Beginning
Got it.
recalibration.
Align the Sith.
Careful. Too much action and harmonics will deflect the alignment.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Awesome. Done and done.
Commander
Super
Westbrook,
quick.
right? Chief Science Officer.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive. Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer. And I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
That's impressive.
What a very impressive list of credentials.
This is a research and discovery ship, first and foremost. Now with a former tactical officer as its new first officer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, though. A Kobliad, or half in your case, is an odd
Yikes.
choice for first officer.
That was a little
given your
personal.
vulnerable condition and all. But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then?
Jeez, he's such a kiss ass.
You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
Captain understands.
Captain Solano's familiar with my condition. I'm sure it factored into his decision. So I'd have to say it's not a problem.
But we should probably have a contingency plan just in case. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill. He was loved by the crew, and he was one of my closest friends. So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
Getting to know
Hey,
me.
we just met. You might like me after you get to know me.
They say familiarity breeds contempt, but who knows? Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase, let me give you an update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about
I
its
can't
patterns,
tell if he's
its
constantly
nature,
trying
come
to
up with a scientific countermeasure.
constantly gain another extra foothold, or constantly keep trying to one-up me, or what.
We've got a massive energy wave inbound.
He's a
On stream.
little uneasy, as well as
Tracing its trajectory.
tends to be
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves.
as well as he tends to
Projections
be
are
a
right.
little
We're
bit.
about to get hit by a wide-band burst of
unreadable.
ionic energy, like a tsunami.
I haven't had the chance to
abnormalities all over the
read
ship.
him yet.
Estimated
Red
total
alert.
impact.
Red alert!
Aye. Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact. 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford
Shields
to get
up.
it wrong.
Bedrosian, get those shields up.
Rerouting power to shields. Stand by. I need a heading. We've only got one shot.
Understood. On my command.
Heading
There we go.
locked.
Raise shields!
This is it!
All hands, brace for impact.
Brace, brace, brace.
What happened?
We have experienced a surge of radiation.
Woo!
Oh, you don't say.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary.
Yeah, no shit.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Okay. So where does that leave the team outside?
We've reached the first access point.
Understood.
Bingo.
Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Okay, let's see. Okay. Pop open the hatch.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Got it. Interlock 1. Interlock 2.
Failsafe
There we go.
override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We
That
need
should
to
do
route
it.
signals so they don't interfere with each other.
Okay. Rerouting ISO. To this one over here. And then pull this one out. And put it into this one.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Awesome.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us. I'm gonna try to disrupt it with my phaser.
Okay.
So we gotta climb up the pylon.
Easy
Not like there's
peasy.
really an up, but you know.
Easy does it. Nice shot. Got it. Woo! This is actually fun.
We're almost to the regulator.
Getting to actually aim and use a phaser. Ow!
Yeah. Suit took most of it. Just snuck up on me.
That damaged your suit. Energy dampening is down to 60%.
Oh, cutscene.
We're at the regulator. Opening the access panel.
I am now halting the EPS flow to the port nacelle. We have little time before it causes an overload in the engine. You must work efficiently.
Got it. Okay, opening panel. Alright. Locked.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral. The EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chobot can...
Uh-oh. The hell was that? Oh, destabilized the docking port. And destroyed it. Oh shit. That's definitely not good.
Get down!
Woo!
Here's the bridge. We just lost the docking clamp. We've got a lot of debris coming down. Hull vibrations,
Definitely
too.
not good.
We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps are supposed to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Put him through.
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
Our crew is out there.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest way
people
to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
And repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order.
It's not that simple.
All due respect, sir, it's a more complex situation than when you
Jara,
disembarked.
I need you to do the right thing. We can't have this go sideways before we even leave for the mission.
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
Reverse polarity.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the
I
remaining
honestly
docking
don't
clamps.
care that
Tether
upset the
yourself
captain,
and
but
your boots on my mark.
Understood.
we had to do something.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark!
Ooh!
My hand! I got you.
Thank you.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical
Oh,
condition.
crap.
We are moments from primary system failure.
I got it.
Alright. Come on. Come on. Ooh. Together. Go, go, go. Woof. Got it. Oh. Oh no.
Look out!
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Oh boy.
Roger that. Go in there now.
Whoa.
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
Nice. He's awake. Yep, There it is.
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time. No time to fight me on this. Get in there.
Not on your life.
You first.
Let's not let it come down to that. We made it.
They're safe. Bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
Okay, shields are up. Price of duty.
Nilly.
I'm good. Help me with him.
Let's get this off. Medical. Got one wounded at my location. Carter. You don't look so good.
Ah, man. Poor Carter.
You gotta be more careful. I just got here. I'm not ready to see you two get blown to space dust just yet. Now let's get you down to sickbay.
Great.
Well, playing as him, I decided to be the bigger man, and I chose to save her life over mine.
Repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
Oh boy. We're gonna get torn a new one.
You disobeyed my orders. Well?
It was the right move.
Respectfully, Captain, I made the right choice given the information I
You
had.
disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
You didn't have all the facts,
I
sir.
shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order. But you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew.
Yeah.
Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone. Lieutenant Commander Chovak has already bent my ear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit.
Huh.
I guess we all are.
That dude's just an a-hole and a kiss-ass.
If I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would have done in the moment either. You never really know if you weren't in those shoes.
Exactly.
So, let's just boil it down to you did what you had to.
Thank you for
That'll have to be
understanding,
good enough for
Captain.
me.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday. Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart. So if you'll fetch Mr. Irma,
Perfect.
we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Nice. We're actually getting out of here on time. All I ask is a tall ship.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment.
Perfect.
Right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Yeah, he wouldn't like to hear a talk like that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone.
Because, I mean, for
You
the
all
longest
know
time,
I'm not big
as
on
far as
feet.
anyone knows,
We're embarking on the first
Starfleet
mission
has
of Starfleet.
never been very fond of the Orion
Let's make it a good
Syndicate.
one. Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Thrusters ahead, Mr. Handar.
Starfleet sees them to be a complete and utter menace. Other quadrants of the galaxy see them to be kind of like I don't know, sort of supportive resistance force. They feel like they actually do some kind of good. But who knows? A lot of people have different comments and different opinions about the Orion Syndicate. Whether they're a help or an absolute
That should do it.
menace.
Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Me?
We get to do the honors? Engage.
Engage.
Ooh, there it is. Just like the good old days.
Simple, but effective.
Getting to sit in the XO's
Thank
chair.
you. I'm fine. Really,
You don't look so good.
What's going on?
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Commander, help me get her inside.
That's never good.
Well, that was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Yeah, we took quite a spill.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on him, but he'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself. Your deridium levels got dangerously low and destabilized your
Yeah,
cells.
he's still alive.
This is definitely
Think
one of
his
the more
lucky
memorable
stars.
days I can think of.
But at least he'll have a story
My name is
and
Dr. Aram Duval.
a
Chief
hell of
Medical
a scar to show
Be
off
honest,
later.
I've never met a Kobliad before.
Good old Etzlar.
Rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the deridium you need to survive. You joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I
Yep.
imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming. Maybe even a burden at times.
No, it's an honor.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should be. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks.
Oh.
When the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional
This is
opinion that
risky
that's
chatter, even among the
Gordon is willing
crew.
to admit. He's overstressed, operating in the pressure cooker of his own mind. Which is
Even
never a
hearing
good
this kind of
headspace
talk
when the
from
lives of your crew are at
a
stake.
medical officer.
What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. But the more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take.
He's learned his
He'll
lesson.
become blinded by their own ambition.
I think after what happened, Captain Solano's learned his lesson. And whatever ambition he once had is on hold for a while.
Yeah.
He may say that, but you'll see what happens. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge. It took guts to defy a direct order.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a
Yeah.
small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely
Even on a ship as
stabilized.
small as this,
And I'll spare us both the lecture.
word
I
travels
think it's my
extremely
responsibility to remind
fast.
you, without regular infusions of Duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Understood.
And
Yep,
my work here is done.
that's understandable.
Lieutenant Bedrosian.
I came to see if you were okay. We were all pretty worried on the bridge. No one knew what was happening.
Thanks for coming.
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. It's just part of who I am.
You don't have to explain to me. I understand. I'm just glad you're okay. You trusted me earlier with the shields, and I appreciated that. I want you to know that I have your back.
Thank you.
Aww.
Now, Carter, the emissions that gave you that burn are quite unusual, like everything else that goes with this storm. That's the combination of
She's
hydrogen
kinda like,
and atrazine to counter the
A
radiation.
cute little lost puppy
That should
that'll
help speed your healing.
follow whoever she likes.
She's come by a couple of times to see you already.
Uh-oh.
Be brief.
It's good to see you
Medical
awake
officer
again.
didn't say anything, but
I was
I
starting to get
think
worried.
she knows.
Not that you aren't in good hands with Dr. Duvall. You did take one hell of a shot, though.
How do I look?
So, be honest. How bad do I look?
You look rugged.
There you go.
Okay, how about heroic?
Yeah.
Nilly was looking in on you too, by the way.
Rugged
But
and
since
heroic.
It's just us right now.
And a
I had
hell of a
chance to
story
think
to
about this
tell
while I was
later.
away, and I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse,
You can tell me
leaving
anything.
it unsaid.
It's okay, Miranda. You can tell me anything.
I know that.
Then come on. Just spit it out.
I'm trying. Let me talk.
They're so cute.
What I'm trying to say is, we've been really good friends for a long time. But I got back here and I couldn't ignore it anymore. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Are you sure?
Are you sure about this?
They're my feelings. Of course I'm sure.
Well, I just mean, seeing me in here. After we almost got killed out on the...
I felt this way before that, Carter. I like you.
He is just
And I
trying to
think there
play
could
it
be
off.
something more for us. So, what do you say?
Let's give it a shot.
I like you too, Miranda. And
They're both
I'd like to see.
they're both trying to shoot their shot.
Good. I was really hoping you'd say that.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but the patient needs to rest. if he wants to get back to his old self.
Of course. I'll see you again soon.
Oh. There's an already budding relationship.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
Ionic interference surging, Captain.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rack.
Alright, guys. And I think that'll do it for part 2 of my Let's Play for Star Trek Resurgence. So, as per usual, thank you all so very much for tuning in for another episode of this Let's Play. Please let me know down in the comments section how much you guys enjoyed this, what your favorite part of this was, and if you enjoyed this, let me also know if you've watched other Star Trek series. For example, my favorite shows so far have been Voyager and DS9. I've watched both of them extensively all the way through, and each and every single time I've finished them, every single episode, every single season, I've rewatched them several countless times, and I've still to this day enjoyed them thoroughly. But yeah, thank you all so very much. Once again, I'm gonna be editing this a little bit, but not too much, so I can throw it up onto my YouTube channel, and I might be doing a live stream of Once Human later on today, so make sure to go and find me on Twitch later today. Other than that, make sure to go and check out my first part 1 Let's Play of Star Trek Resurgence on my YouTube channel that is now up there, so please make sure to go and check it out there. Otherwise, I've had a really good time enjoying this with all of you guys, and I will see all of you lovely, awesome people in the next one, guys. Stay spicy, everyone.